What's going on? It's Mitch with Calvert Fitness. We help busy parents over 40 drop 3+ inches of belly fat, visceral fat in 3 months or less. And today I want to share some lessons that are going to help you reach your goals. Unkink the hose, so to speak, because everyone has some semblance of what they should do in terms of diet, exercise, and otherwise. But this is actually the foundation, how to manifest your goals. Lessons from Dr. Jim Doty, who had one of the most popular podcasts in 2024 with Mel Robbins. And I've dug into a lot of his teachings in his book, in the Magic Shop, and I've adapted his 7 strategies, give or take, for fitness. So step 1 is to get clear intentions. Define exactly what you want in 2025. So it's not good enough to say, I want to lose weight. It's better to say, I want to lose exactly 20 pounds by July 1st. So take it even further. I like to actually boil it down to the goal and the action steps, like at least the big rocks. Like I'll lose 3 inches off my waist in 3 months. That's our guarantee in our program, by exercising 4 times a week in the gym and tracking my CAP, which is our calorie and protein proprietary system. So clear goals guide your brain to focus and act in alignment. So when you know you're headed, you're more likely to get there. You need a North Star. So get clear on that. Clarity creates change. We want to ditch the gimmicks. And this is what Jim Doty talks about as well. In general finance advice, like shortcuts never end up getting you to the promised land. So if it talks about instant gratification in 30 days, XYZ, do away with it. It's tempting, I know, but resolutions that stick are built on consistent habits. Ask yourself on day 1, can I do this for a year? Or from a year from now, can I still maintain this habit? If the answer is likely yes, you're in the right place. So that said, stop majoring in the minors too. Like committing to a daily cold plunge, great. But if you're neglecting your sleep and you're overeating, that's not going to support your weight loss goals. It's not going to move the needle. Okay. So nail the essentials first. That means regular exercise, trying to manage your eating, mindful eating, certainly. Tracking is even better. Quality sleep, daily steps, boom. Save the extras, supplements, the detox teas, the biohacking stuff. That can play a role, but save it for later once you've got the foundation in place. Step 2 is to actually visualize this process. And ideally, it's happening every day, because most people obsess about what they don't have. Oh, I wish I could lose this belly fat. I wish I could be down 30 pounds by now. You want to actually get in the headspace that's already happened. So take 5 minutes daily, close your eyes, imagine that future self already achieving the goal you have set. So picture yourself, like right down to the clothing you're wearing, the confidence you have, the energy, who you're with, what you're doing that you couldn't do in your previous body. From a weight loss perspective, it's about getting into that future you and looking backwards. Visualization helps rewire your brain, right? So that's what we're looking for, is to get yourself in that abundant state, not a state of lack where I don't have this. So then that negative energy takes over. Number 3, along those same lines, is to lead with gratitude, not attitude. Be kind to yourself along the way. No one is perfect in this stuff. Life throws curveballs, but acknowledging the small progress along the way is what's going to build momentum. Okay. So stop focusing on what's wrong with you or your life. Flip the script. Focus on what you're grateful for now, because it shifts your mindset to abundance. And that's what Jim Doty talks about all the time. That motivates positive action, positive fuel, not just negative fuel that's short term, that burns out. So I like to make this a measurable thing for you, is start each day by writing 3 things you're grateful for. Maybe it's just your ability to move, right? You're not in a wheelchair. Or simply, it's another day to focus on moving incrementally towards your goal. That's the positive feedback loop that gets created, reinforces positive momentum. All right. Step 4 is aligning your actions now with your vision. It's not enough to read the law of attraction and The Secret and things just fall into your lap, right? That just creates the vision. Now you've got to actually take the actions and do the work. Break it up into the manageable steps, of course, but the work leads to the reward. So in this example, I'll hit my nutrition goal, 2,000 calories a day, 8,000 steps, 80% of the time. You can certainly go more in depth, but at least have a couple big rocks that you think are going to move the needle the most. So I kind of hinted at this before, the power of positive energy, but that's also positive people, positive environment. You've got to soar with the eagles. Don't chum it up with the crabs in the bucket. You've heard that analogy, right? Where one crab's trying to escape. There's no lid on the bucket. Fisherman knows that the other crabs are going to pull that crab down with it. It's hard to escape and become a better version of you if you're surrounded by people at a lower level or keeping you stuck. So try to put yourself in communities, environments that are supportive, a lot of positive energy, and maybe there's some aspirational characters in that group that are like, okay, I want to be like him. I'm going to start adopting his behaviors and habits and routines. 6, focus on progress, not perfection. We talk about measuring backwards, not measuring against the gap, how far you have to go to get to your goals. So look at the wins you've had in the last day, 2, 3 weeks. Maybe you ate one less takeout meal this week. That's a win. Maybe your steps were a little higher on average this week than last week. That's a win. Success is built like 1% at a time. It's cliche as that sounds. So you want to get in a positive mindset that I'm making progress and let's build on this. We're almost there. Step 7 is to commit to long-term growth because there literally are no overnight successes. Even if you're doing the right things, having a vision, manifesting your dream outcome, it's going to take time. To lose 30 pounds, it's not going to happen authentically in 30 days. Unless you completely crash and lose as much muscle and bone as fat, that ends up just rebounding, you gain it all back anyway. You have to build a life and a body that you love over the long haul, and that requires like a slow, methodical process to it. Okay, so embrace that this is going to take probably a year if your goal is 30 plus pounds, but it's better to do it once and do it right than bounce around and up and down and end up exactly where you started 12 months from now. All right, that's it. So set your clear intentions, visualize daily, then put in the work, align your actions in a positive environment, but positive mindset and full of abundance and gratitude. That's how you build results that last. So it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, doing the work, believing in your ability. All right. If you want a quick nutrition guide that's going to set you up with your starting numbers, that will help you set up your action steps once you got your goal in place, comment the word calculator, hit the link in the description. We'll send that over to you. All for now. Talk